Today's conversation is a little different. It's the first time I've left the house to go talk to somebody. I had to leave for this one because I went to go see Shanah Gavia, who is a dermatology physician's assistant who does fillers and Botox. And yes, I'm taking you with me to get it all done. I'm just sharing with you a raw moment in a 55-year-old woman's life who did something to help me feel better about what I see. This is something I am not comfortable leaning into. It's a little scary to share, and I'm not looking for anybody to tell me what looks better, what doesn't look better. This is me after. I feel better. And if any of you are interested in doing this, if you've been afraid to do it, I'm sharing it with you. And if you just like watching this kind of stuff, I'm sharing it with you. And if you have something mean to say, I don't want to hear it. It's just the truth. I know that these things have been out there for a while. Some of us have done it for a long time. Some of us don't do it. Some people are afraid and want to. So I hope it makes you comfortable. And that's it. Being raw. Because that's what I want to do here.
Hey, baby, it's time for the NIKKI ALPERT Podcast. Come on, pull up a chair. We gonna have some fun.
Hi, everybody. This is Shanah Gavia. Did I say that right?
Shanah Gavia. After how many years?
You think I know, but I never called her by her last name. I have been secretly coming to Shanah to put fillers and Botox in my face, being totally dishonest about it with everybody, but I'm coming clean because I know we all think about this stuff, and here's the deal. Don't be mean. Don't write mean stuff about how I look before and after. If you don't like this and it's not for you, don't watch it. Shanah's my hero for two reasons. Number one, she makes me feel better when I look in the mirror. And number two, she has such an attachment to Mother Earth. She is kind and everything wonderful. So this is my friend Shanah. I'm going to leave it to her to tell you everything she's going to do that has not been done to my face for over a year, just to make me feel and look a little spring chickenier.
So yeah, I feel very honored to have been treating Nikki and being her only injector for how many years have I been
100.
treating you? It's been a while, and so we've always done little sprinkles of magic everywhere. I like to think of little just bits here and there that kind of maintain and keep her looking youthful and not overdone. The problem with injecting too much is you get into complications for one, and you look overdone, you know. So it's all about that kind of natural, subtleties, and that's kind of how we've always done things, and it worked.
Beautifully. My husband never knew. I don't get bruises or anything. So I'm gonna numb now, and you'll see the whole process. So enjoy the show, friends.
Yeah. Normally I have my nurse do this, but I'm doing it today.
I appreciate that.
And we're just cleaning her a little bit, and
because I'm dirty. I'm a dirty girl.
So yeah, what we normally do is we put a little bit of volume in here, because as we age, we lose volume, and so a little bit of fat and muscle is lost. So we put very little bit in the cheeks to kind of give her a little bit of volume, and it kind of has a lifting effect. We're also going to do a little bit in the kind of marionette, this little chin area here to give some volume. And we've done a little bit of microneedling, and we inject some of the little acne scars, and that's made a huge improvement. I mean, I barely see her acne scars anymore.
And they were much worse.
Great. So we have a little bit to just touch up, and then a little bit in the lips, very subtle, just a little bit of a lip kind of flip, and just to help soften those little lines so that we start to get, and of course
in the corners you turn up, right?
Yeah, we'll put a little bit in the corners too to kind of keep that from frowning, and then the frown, the horizontals, and the crows we do with a little bit, very little Dysport I like, which is another type of Botox neuromodulator. There's lots of them. So we order a special numbing cream that really works well.
If I'm not mistaken, I had an allergy to the first numbing cream, and then we were using anal numbing cream.
Oh.
Weren't we in the beginning of this whole thing?
Yeah, and then now you're okay with it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Why was it anal numbing cream? I don't know.
Don't ask me. I went with it.
I think it was like our laser hair one. And,
that makes sense.
I don't know if it was, we called it that because we did like a anal laser hair treatment. Like maybe that was why. I don't know, why was it anal? I don't know.
That was Betty. We'll have to call Betty and ask her why she was putting anal cream on my face. I'll do my lips because the lips hurt, you guys. Even numb, the lips get you. I always feel like I look like I'm doing a scene from Something About Mary when you leave this stuff on my face.
All right, and we're going to alcohol again when we do the injections.
So. Right, to take all this off. Did you do my whole bottom lip? Because if you didn't, just go over it. Because I don't want to feel any of it.
All right.
Okay, we will be back in 15 minutes, wiped off and ready to inject. All right, Bubby.
All right.
I am numb and I'm wiped off, and I so wish you could see Shana's face, but she can't take off her mask because she's a doctor. So it's so beautiful. Oh. And I am fully vaccinated, which is why I'm allowed to be here. If I wasn't vaccinated, I need to get a COVID test when I walk in, and they make you call from the outside to make sure there's nobody else in here, check your temperature. So the office is very COVID aware and safe. Just letting you know.
All right, so we're going to start with the malar area, the cheek area. And I actually bend my needle. It's a little trick I learned way back. I've been doing this 20 years. And it actually took me quite a long time to do kind of more advanced areas.
I can hear it. It feels fun. I can hear it. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is this a more advanced area? What do you mean when you say that?
Well, I think like tear troughs. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, everybody kind of did smile lines, which actually are actually there's a lot of vessels there you have to be aware of. You have to know the anatomy. So, but yeah, like under the eyes, the cheeks, kind of volumizing it. It just took me a while to feel comfortable doing those areas. You kind of have to practice for a while before you start getting into.
What do you practice on?
I actually, yeah, I would have friends and like staff and like my mom.
Cool.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. But yeah, everybody wants to be a volunteer.
It is so loud in my head. It's unbelievable.
So you can already see from one side. I don't know if you can see it on that mirror.
See. You can see it there, I think. But obviously, it's just a little bit that she's doing. I can see it right here.
Oh, yeah, you can see. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because you can look how much lower this looks.
Yeah, you can see it.
You can see
I can see it in person, but...
Yeah, but you can see when I speak that my cheekbone looks like it's coming all the way down to here, where it's just coming to here and sagging with all this on this side. So it's already lifted some of this.
Yeah, and we're gonna...
Thank you.
Maybe we do this side first.
That's a good idea.
I'm doing a little acne scars right now.
Oh my God, that's my biggest pet peeve.
Still numb?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. And this is Nikki's favorite part.
Oh, and you turn my corners up?
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
Mm-hmm.
And my face looks much fuller on this side already.
Yeah.
I like actually when you do my lips. I don't like when you do them, but I like when they're done.
I'm going to actually go to the other side. I'm
Okay.
I'll let you
hold that.
Hold a little pressure there. Right there. There you go.
There's a little tiny bit of bleeding, but I've been so lucky. And Shanah gives me arnica cream or gel to put on it after, and I just put that on all day long.
Yeah.
And I've never had a terrible bruise or even a little bruise.
In fact, a trick I have is to change the needle too often, and that does help.
Yeah, because it gets dull, right?
Yeah. See.
When you put it in, can you just see it filling up, and then do you manipulate it in? What do you do?
Yeah, I kind of place it where I want it. I don't typically massage it. Usually really massage it when you have bumps, and the goal is not to have bumps. So I'm injecting it right above the bone, so there's really you're not going to feel it.
What happens? Why do people get bumps?
Well,
I've seen people who look lumpy.
If you inject too superficial, and it's like right at the surface of the skin, that's when you're going to get bumps. But certain areas you have to inject more superficial, so just it's safe for safety. Like the tear troughs is a little more superficial, the lips is superficial. So That's why the little bits, because then it kind of integrates into the skin, and you can always come back and add more. You can't, once it's in there, you can take it out. In fact, I just took out a bunch on, somebody had overdone lips, and
Was she so happy?
we deflated. Well, it will be. It's a process, because when you have somebody injecting so much into the lips, and they're such a deformity, it's going to take time to break it down, and then you got to redo it and correct it.
I've never had to do that. It doesn't hurt at all, you guys. I don't know if you can actually see the needle going in. That's probably scary to some people.
Yeah, you might have to do a warning.
I don't think it's close enough to be scary. We can zoom in. I'll hold it up here when you do my lips.
Okay. Look at me for a sec. I'm gonna do a little more on that side.
That way you can balance them out, right? You got to see both sides. It's like when I do hair.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't stop taking whatever vitamin I wasn't supposed to be taking. Krill oil I've been taking, and I forgot to not take
that
it.
makes you bleed a little
Am
more.
I bleeding more?
No, I mean, I think you'll be fine. Just little poke marks, but I mean, usually you can see like a bruise coming right away. You can usually see.
And I think, my nose looks
Kind of
huge when I
marks.
zoom in like this, but I think you can see already the little bit of lift right in here.
Yeah,
know that
for
it's-
sure. You don't need anything, and we didn't even do your smile lines. Smile lines are
They go away
overrated.
right
That
away.
used to be the thing to do. When I first came, I was 20 years ago.
Look in there,
over 20 years ago, and that was the thing we did here. That was it, and everybody focused on lips in there. And now we kind of know. We knew this over 10 years ago. I would say doing the whole picture, look at the whole face, and kind of volumize it, and not just focus on one area. And that's kind of what happened to the woman that you just if you start overdoing lips. It doesn't make the whole face look better, but people kind of come in and they tell you, oh, I want to do my lips. Well, you kind of have to tell them, no, let's not do your lips anymore. Let's look at the whole picture. And, and if people listen to you, it really helps.
I never tell Shanah what I want, and very often I've come in and said, do you want to do anything? And she said no and sent me home. So, and it's interesting, I have friends who've done this, and they just look flat there. And it's kind of like my daughter's 22 years old, and they're not wrinkles, but they're lines here, and I think you're supposed to have them.
Yeah, kids have smile lines, and you want them soft, but not, it's where we lose fat is here, and then it starts to fold over and create those lines. So you're kind of building that up, and it does help. Sometimes I have people that definitely can use filler there.
All right.
Yeah.
But also it goes away fast, because the talking and the smiling makes it go away fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you doing my lips now?
Too.
I think this will be better so everybody can see what you're doing.
I'm going to lay you back, though.
All right. You can see that my lips are uneven naturally. My left side is just slopier than my right side. So Shanah fixes that. I'm not going to lie, that hurts a little.
Yeah, it stings.
Everybody says that, yeah.
Stuff going in.
It's not terrible, but you're like, oh, I'm numb, but I feel it.
Once you get a little bit in there, it does help because it has a little bit of lidocaine.
It's funny, I'm flatter on that side. It's just so weird. Do you
This
see
side?
it?
Is this the flat side?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes down and more at an angle than the other side. The other side sort of goes up and around, and this side goes flat. Yeah, it's there. That's the issue, huh? Okay, that one I didn't feel at all, I guess, because of everything's in there
Yeah.
already. I didn't feel that one at all.
So yeah, and let me let you hold that, and then I'll go to the other. Well, you're not gonna be able to hold that.
I think I am.
Yeah.
I think. Does it matter if I don't?
I just want it to
Stop bleeding.
Stop. So if I need to touch it up, it'll be.
You've got to look at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's the manipulation because it's more topical, like you said, right?
Yeah. All right.
It might be a little sweaty. You need a little more. Where is it? It's this one, right? This is the side?
Well, I put more, but if you put it here, it tends to just go out. It's, you know, you want. I think we're gonna need to flip it a little bit more on that side.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as we can. But that looks pretty. I think you definitely need a little more in your.
Yeah.
Now you need some in your lower.
You've never done my bottom line.
Really?
Uh-uh.
I know. We've always done just little bits at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just needs a little more balancing since
Yeah.
we did a little more in the upper than we
Yeah.
normally do. And this is very soft, like a soft Restylane.
What does that mean?
It's called Restylane Kiss. It's kind of a newer one that came out, and it feels really soft. I love it. Now you can get close, and it's a different. I'm seeing it different.
Yeah. Is there a way to make it stick up more there to make
This particular right there. But let me try. Let me
Try a little more?
Yeah. And you might get a little bruised on the lips. Just because I'm doing lots of pokes and you're taking krill.
I don't wear a mask.
But maybe not. And you can put lipstick.
Yeah.
That's the good thing is if you.
But I'm
bruise
wearing a
on the lips-
mask. I'm glad the
know.
gynecologist from Robert. She doesn't have to see these
Love
lips.
it. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And I prepared everybody in the family.
Yeah. That's better.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, because looking at you here, it's tough to see it in here.
Yeah. But in the mirror, it's so interesting how, you know, guys, cameras and phones make everything look so different. But I wonder.
We'll have to take a before and after. 'Cause
Yeah.
like a close up of your lips now, it would be really pretty.
Yeah, and
You
it
can
makes
put
them
it up.
look so red, which is so nice.
It does. It does. It does.
And
do
so
that.
many of those little wrinkles are gone.
Yeah.
And the only reason I feel like my mouth is moving funny, but it's because I'm numb, not because of what she did to my face. And the scars I see look so much better.
And then I'm gonna do your.
Oh, yeah, the Botox.
I'm gonna do your forehead.
Oh my God, the scars are so much better. Where do you want me? Now we're doing Botox.
Okay. Frown for me. Now turn it. Turn. Frown again. Frown.
You get little bumps when you get the Botox. I remember the first time I saw that, I lost my mind. And they go away real quick.
Okay, raise your eyebrows. And this is an area you have to be really careful because you don't want anyone to get their brow dropped.
I've seen that
You know?
before.
So raise your eyebrows. So you have to do a little bit for you because otherwise you'll get a Spock eyebrow.
Because I have a Spock eyebrow
Yeah.
without you doing it.
So we'll have to do
My left eyebrow is a Spocky eyebrow.
Yeah. Okay, raise your eyebrows. Okay. And then lots of moving for the next 4 hours. Frown, raise your eyebrows.
Are you doing my crow's feet
Smile,
too?
I'm going to do those too.
Because the crow's feet, they're nasty. Let me see if you guys can see
Did I
them.
numb you there?
What?
I might not have numbed you there, but it's probably the least painful
Well, I
area.
guess I'll just learn. We'll find out if you
Wow.
numb me there. Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
it's not bad. A lot of people don't do numbing cream, but I love.
I don't feel that. It
Having
doesn't
numbing
bother me
cream.
at all. That doesn't bother me at all. I swear those dots, those lumps are going to go away, you guys. That's not filler. That's just what Botox
That
does.
goes away.
And we won't see this for like 10 days, right?
Yeah, 7 to 10 days, but I feel like a lot of people see it within a couple days. Like you start to see something happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you can feel it happening. It
Yeah.
almost feels like somebody's pulling you with little strings to stop that sort of frown and muscle movement.
Well, yeah, the way I described it is are you somebody who can move your ears?
No.
Okay, so have you seen people do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's how it feels. Like I can't move my ears. I don't go, oh, I wish I could move my ears. Like I miss that connection. You don't have the connection is just
Stops.
gone.
Right.
So it's like you don't go, oh, I can't. But,
I can't move my ears
like
anymore.
It doesn't feel.
Like I'm not bleeding at all. It's great.
Very beautiful.
And you'll just do that one more scar.
Yeah.
I see these scars, you guys. I had cystic acne as a kid, and I could walk by a window and zoom in on the scars on my face. So this is tough for me to be sitting here with no face makeup on and exposing all of my flaws. So I'm grateful that you fixed them. And again, be nice. Don't say mean things to me when I'm doing this.
And just the needle going in there is breaking up scar tissue bands. It's called subcision. So it's not even, I'm putting very little because I don't want bumps, but over years of doing it, it just starts to, they soften and soften. Put a little more subcision in there. Yeah.
Anything else you want to do?
No.
All right, anything you want to tell everybody about what you do and what you like best or anything like that?
I think, my motto is less is more. Even though it seems like I did a lot today on you.
But
we don't typically, it's been a year.
It's been a year.
Yeah, because of COVID. And so we did a little more to catch up.
Yeah.
But normally, I kind of encourage people to do a little less. And really, if you go to an injector, make sure you're going to somebody who's experienced and knows their anatomy. Because it's there can be some crazy complications with this stuff. It's not, it's not getting your hair cut.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
Hair grows. Like
Yeah.
if you have a artery occlusion, it's pretty scary. Not to scare people, but
But you should.
there's people that have gone blind. That happens, and I remember hearing about it from someone who's training people. So even experienced people can have. So it's not without risk, but knowing the anatomy is definitely gonna help, and being slow and careful and cautious.
Hi, we're back for my 2-week checkup after Shanah did all of my Botox and my fillers. And Shanah likes people to come back to see if there's anything they want to do or anything she wants to do. I'm totally happy, and I always listen to Shanah. So because she's a perfectionist, she saw some stuff she wants to do. So why don't you tell them what you want to do, and then we'll do it.
Oh, okay. Well, when I saw her, when she starts animating and talking, I noticed there's a little bit more just movement up in here. So some lines that were starting to happen. very minor, but I'm just going to put a little drop here and a little like hair of Botox right here just to relax this brow because it's kind of, raise your eyebrows. Yeah, it's just a little bit higher than this one, so I'm just going to even it out.
But this is my naturally spocky brow. That's not from Dysport, not Botox, right?
Dysport, yeah.
Yeah, that's not from you. That's just from me.
Yeah, so we'll just relax that a little bit. And
can you see it more when I get closer?
Yeah,
see? There it is. It's that.
So we're just going to put a drop in, and it will drop it to make it more like even.
Right, and then what else were you going to do?
And then we're going to just put a little drop of Restylane right in the border of the lip there, because she's got a couple lines that bother her, and we're going to see if we can stretch them out a little bit.
All right, and make that slopey side, which I've gotten used to, but she wants to make it perfect, because that's what she does, folks, and that's why you want to come to her. I'm going to pick this up so they can see you putting the needles in me.
All right.
Okay, let's see. That's a good look on me.
Okay.
Okay, look how much better that looks already. Did you finish that?
Yeah.
Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
I didn't even know I needed that. Oh, wow. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I didn't
and
feel
this
that.
you won't see right away. This will have to kick in.
Right, 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, and it probably kick in like 2 days. Go ahead and raise your eyebrow.
I thought you guys would see that, but you can't.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you can see the bump I got from it, though.
Yeah.
You get those, yeah.
And it'll just
5 minutes.
The more you raise your eyebrows, it'll kind of kick in, and it should relax that.
Okay, so
Couple days.
I always know the drill here, but is there anything you want to tell people about what you do, why you have people come back? And
I usually do it the first time around, just because you kind of learn the face, and so you do. I kind of want to just kind of see how it moved around and see if I need to add a little bit anywhere, depending on how it diffuses. And a lot of times up in here, I don't typically go up here. So sometimes when you relax this area, you get a little bit of more movement, and it just doesn't look natural.
Right.
So if you just put a drop in, and I like to have movement. I'm not trying to make you frozen, but I just to soften anything that looks uneven.
right, yeah.
So and make it as symmetrical as possible.
It's funny because, when I do someone's hair for the first time and you don't really know, sometimes we communicate with people and it's not a perfect example of what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
And so then you come back a second, like 2 weeks later, and you're like, I think she got it, but can I make my lip a little bigger? And even if you think I could, but it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
And then like you said, the first time, then when they come back that second time, you can sort of figure out what wasn't a perfect example of what you,
and
did you just notice
it's
something
been
else?
a long time since, no, I was just going to blot you. But it's just been a long time since we've done you.
Right.
So, yeah.
And there's that too.
Yeah.
I love that you do that because, again, communication isn't always perfect between the doctor, the hairdresser, and the client.
Yeah.
And so when they come back and they're like, it was almost perfect this time, and then the next time it will be perfect because you fixed it the first time.
Yeah, you kind of get to know.
That's the wrong word.
You get to know the face and,
Right.
and how what it needs.
Yeah, and the person and what they
And
what they
sometimes
need.
it takes more than one treatment.
Right.
You do it in stages, and sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm grateful to Shanah, and I hope that you guys learned a thing or two, or if you were scared of doing this, it makes you less afraid now that you've seen me do it. And I don't know, that's it.
Yeah.
We thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.